KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And welcome back. If you're just joining us, we're live from Kelly's Furniture and Carpet One in the kitchen, which means it's time for our cooking segment. And this morning we have Ashley McCarty from the Missouri Beef Council. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been a
pleasure.
while.
Yes, it has.
I think it's been since last summer.
I think it has.
So thank you so much for coming on. And today we're actually going to be doing 2 easy dishes that you can serve, you know, if you're having a party or even just for appetizers.
Yes.
We have the beef pinwheel, and we also have the mini beef taco tart.
Yes,
Which is awesome.
Both would be an easy carry-in or a fun appetizer to have at a gathering this summer. We'll start with the beef pinwheel, which Ella has started working on. This is a pre-made convenience roast that you can find in the grocery section already cooked.
Okay.
It's just been reheated 5 minutes in the microwave here, and then we will begin shredding the beef. As you can see, Ella's doing a great job working on that. This will be going on a pastry tart that we're going to slice in half lengthwise because it will be making 2.
All right.
And while we're doing that, Scott's going to start. We have 4 green onions. We are going to slice them in half and then slice them lengthwise and kind of cross dice them.
Okay.
This is a simple 4-ingredient recipe, which makes it very fun and easy. The only thing that we'll do after Ella's done, there's some gravy already on this roast, and you can use that knife also if that would be easier to just kind of cross dice and shred.
Okay.
We will heat up the roast. As soon as it's diced, we will put in half a cup of Asiago cheese and mix that all together, and it will be the base for our beef pinwheel.
Okay.
The only tricky part of this recipe is just getting the pastry to roll up pinwheel style to long thin strips.
So what's our next step?
Our next step, we are going to put the meat onto our pastry.
Okay.
We are going to add some cheese and then if Scott has any onions done,
We do.
Okay. I'll move this aside.
All right.
Just sprinkle the onions on
Yes,
top
please, sir.
there? Oop.
Perfect.
Hope you like onions.
Thank you.
I love onions. Okay, and then?
And then just begin. Sometimes it helps to have a little flour close by.
Okay.
The cooler these are, the easier they handle. They are frozen in the grocery section, so you can find them there and just set them out 40 minutes before.
Okay, and then so you just roll them up.
Roll them up. You can seal with a little bit of water along the edge, not too much, or it gets to be a doughy mess.
And then you're just going to cut them.
Exactly. We are going to slice them about 1/2-inch slices and lay them on our pan, put them in the oven at 350 for about 8 minutes. And there you go.
All right. Perfect. So then, and you said about 8 minutes?
About 8 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
And we will actually cut those again in half from what Ella's working on right now, and we will come back to those.
Okay.
Our second, you want them to be fairly thin so they cook pretty quickly. Our second dish is tiny taco beef tarts.
Look at how cute these are.
These make an easy pop in your mouth appetizer.
And you say that you can just you actually find these in the freezer section, right?
Yes, these are also in the freezer section. And we have preheated already and browned ground beef with 1/2 cup of onion and 1 clove of garlic.
Okay.
And we just take as much beef as we can get in these little tiny phyllo tarts. And then we will top with some shredded Mexican cheese blend.
Want me to go ahead and open this
Yes,
one?
please. That would be great. And these will go in the oven also for, actually the pinwheels, go in for 15 minutes and you turn in half. These go in for 6 to 8 minutes.
Okay.
As soon the meat is already warm, so as soon as the cheese melts, they are out and ready to top.
Perfect. And you can just add any topping you'd like on those,
Yes,
right?
they become kind of festive when you put on guacamole, sour cream, diced tomato. Any of those make a fun. If I could find red, white, and blue, I couldn't think of a blue vegetable. It would be a nice Independence Day meal.
Yeah, but still, it's a lot of fun.
Yes, both very easy.
All right, and something you can do with the kids too. I feel like this is a lot of fun and so easy at the same time. And again, you can find these in the freezer section, right?
Yes.
Or if you want to get handy and dandy, make your own dough and then maybe use like the little mini
mini muffin
Yes.
pans. Yes.
Very you go. Or you can just buy this and tell everybody that that's what you did,
Yes.
which is probably what I'm going to do this
Yes.
weekend if I make these.
It looks homemade with a pretty quick effort,
Yeah.
and with the meat being pre-cooked, at least for the beef pinwheels, that makes it a very quick and easy meal. And this is 12 ounces of ground beef, not
Okay.
quite a pound.
Okay.
We
All
will
right.
go ahead and slide these into the preheated oven.
Okay.
It's at 400.
All right.
And the beef also, after being browned, browned onion and garlic, we have also added a little bit of salt and pepper, so a teaspoon of cumin, and half a cup of taco sauce.
Okay.
Makes it the tiny taco beef tart with the
Look at
seasoning that we need. So
All right. So what we'll do is we'll put everything in the oven, and then when we come back, we'll go ahead and recap all our ingredients, and then we'll get to try the final product. Does
Yes.
that sound? And welcome back. If you're just joining us, we're live from Kelly's Furniture and Carpet One with Ashley McCarty from the Missouri Beef Council, and she showed us 2 easy, fun dishes you can make if you're having a party, going to a barbecue. And the first one we did was the beef pinwheel. And then we also did a mini beef taco tart.
Yes,
Which I kind
exactly.
of feel like we should just say a mini taco salad because it totally looks like a little taco
there you
shell.
go. You could
And
top
there
with
you go.
lettuce, and you could call it your salad
Yeah.
for the
All
day.
right, so let's go ahead and really recap our beef pinwheel.
Yes, so it is based on a frozen puff pastry that we've defrosted. We already used a pre-cooked roast that had gravy in it, added half a cup of Asiago cheese and some diced green onions before we rolled it, sliced it into pinwheels, and I topped with a little extra Asiago cheese. This would also be great during the winter months. You could reuse some of your leftovers from your beef pot roast. Summertime, not all of us have pot roast top of mind, but
Yeah.
it's an easy, convenient way to find that meat
And
already.
then you stick this in the oven for about 5 to...
You stick that in the oven for a total of 14 to 15 minutes.
okay.
You rotate halfway through so that they cook evenly and come out with a nice pastry.
Can we try them?
Yes, you may.
I got one right here.
Yes. On the lighter option, you could take the gravy out. For a meatier option, you can leave that gravy in the beef mixture.
I like it.
So
Delicious.
they went quickly at the parties I've taken them to. These mini taco beef tarts or mini taco salads, we have browned 12 ounces of ground beef, put in half a cup of onion and some garlic. After that meat is browned, we then drain it if we need to, put in half a cup of taco sauce, half a teaspoon of cumin, and a little bit of salt and pepper just to season. And then we top it in these phyllo pastry tarts. We pop it in the oven for about 8 minutes at 350 degrees and melt the cheese on top. That's a Mexican blend cheese. Now the funnest part is to decorate these things. So we have guacamole, sour cream, and some tomatoes. And it, I think, really tops off flavor and the appearance of these.
Makes a great family
Fun little-
activity too, of putting all
Yes.
these together.
And they are kid approved, as my household can attest. They
the,
go quickly.
the only dangerous thing about this is you can eat, they're bite size. So you're going to
Yes.
have like 15, 20 without realizing how much you're eating because they're probably really
Yes,
delicious.
the pinwheels make 72, and these can make
wow.
60. Quick and easy recipe.
I love it. It's pretty good. Nice. All right, so what we'll do is we'll post the easy recipes on our website at heartlandconnection.com. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
It's been a pleasure to see everyone again.
Yeah, and
I
we
hope to be back soon.
We hope so too. And thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Ella Soroka.
And I'm Scott Kellum.
Your news will continue tonight with KTO News at 5, but you can check us out anytime at heartlandconnection.com.
You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Have a great weekend, and we'll see you right back here Monday morning at 5:30 a.m.